background?
I was well and truly committed to a career in scientific research, and an honours degree gives you that little bit of exposure, but if you want to get committed into a research type position, then postgraduate study is really the way you want to go. And so from my honours degree I went on and did a PhD in chemistry. That was never the intention that I had when I first signed up for that science degree, and a PhD is a long 3-year program, so I ended up spending sort of 7 years at university.
What is your field of study?
Yeah, so my honours and PhD were both in chemistry. They were synthetic chemistry projects that were quite fundamental in nature, and their application in terms of sort of real world activities are hard to grasp when you're going through.
Yep.
And that wasn't important to me at the time. The work I was doing was quite groundbreaking in a chemical sense.
Yep.
I was getting to make compounds that no one had ever seen before, and it was very satisfying.
How work ready is the average science graduate?
Technically very ready. If we were to, for instance, have a chemical assay technique that we needed a science graduate to undertake, generally they would be very ready to take that on. They would have had quite a bit of exposure to the different instrumental techniques that are important in a chemistry lab, for instance. Some of the areas that we as a company will need to invest time in those graduates in tend to be more focused around the regulatory issues. We don't see many graduates that have much knowledge of standards that are applicable to the laboratory space and some of the accreditations that are necessary to be able to provide chemical results, for instance, to external organisations. That's not something that's covered in a degree program, and we need to invest quite a bit of time, not only to train graduates up in the day-to-day tasks necessary to adhere to those regulations, but also the importance of those regulations in the first place.
Yep. What skills, traits and abilities do you look for when hiring a science graduate?
When we're employing a graduate, the skills themselves take second fiddle, if you like, to the dynamic of the personality itself. We're quite a small company here, and we need staff that are flexible and will get on well with the existing staff, to put it bluntly.
Yep.
So we want an adaptable personality, someone who's eager to come in and work and take on other people's responsibilities if need be, and not be restricted by the specialisation that they studied at university.